Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Les De La Cabra. Welcome back to the channel. So I know I'm a little bit late with this video, and for that I apologize. But as of today, day of recording, it is January 6th, the sixth day of Vinegar Syndrome Subscriber Week. I feel like that day might be relevant for some other reason, but it's escaping me. Anyway, um, so we have tonight and tomorrow until midnight in order to sign up for the subscription. And as I have done for a few years now, I wanted to go ahead and get really granular and break down what is included in the subscription, how it went for me with my subscription in 2024, whether or not I think it's worth it to renew in 2025, and then just kind of getting into why I personally will not be renewing this year, 2025. Before we break down all the numbers, if you are at all interested in in-depth discussions on cult and art house films, including many Vinegar Syndrome titles, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button, click the like button, leave me lovely comments to read, and share this with someone who might find it valuable. So if you're not familiar, the Vinegar Syndrome subscription basically grants you all of their, or it basically pre-orders all of their mainline VS branded titles at the lowest possible price, sort of, at least in the first 6 months that they're available. This does not include any of their partner labels, of which there are in abundance at this point, and it does not include any of their sub labels, of which there are in abundance. It also doesn't include anything on the Melusine site. Okay, so with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get real granular and really break down the numbers. So in 2024, the cost of the subscription was $925. And what they've done every year is they issue a coupon for renewing subscribers. And I'm going to include numbers for that as well, because I know a lot of people are wondering if they want to renew rather than subscribe for the first time. So if you got that coupon, it was for $75, so your subscription cost was $850. So that included 33 total titles, of which 15 were 4Ks, and those titles were The Horrible Dr. Hitchcock, Phase 4, Dr. Terror's House of Horrors, Witch Story, the China O'Brien 1 and 2 double feature multi-film set, Invasion USA, Reptilicus, Devil Times 5, Delirium, Howling 2, Corpse Mania, The Tenant, Looking for Mr. Goodbar, Sliver, and The Keep. It also counted 8 just regular single feature Blu-ray discs, which included The Playgirls and the Vampire, Singapore Sling, The House Where Death Lives, Lady Reporter, Bloodbath at the House of Death, Hell's Trap, The Ghost Dance, and Blood Tracks. It also included 10 collector's sets, not including the one that was already included in the 4Ks. And that is the Santet 1 and 2 double feature, the Forgotten Jolly Volume 6 triple feature, the Spanish Bloodbath triple feature, the Spectres and Maya double feature, the Homegrown Horrors Volume 3 triple feature, the Criminally Insane and Satan's Black Wedding double feature, the Intrepidos Punks and Vengeance of the Punks double feature, the Chinese Torture Chamber Story 1 and 2 double feature, the Cruel Britannia 3 Killer Thrillers from the UK triple feature, and the Forgotten Jolly Volume 7 triple feature. So, when you add all of that up, if you signed up for the subscription in 2024, you received 33 titles, and within all those titles, that adds up to 49 individual films. Okay. Oh, I should say, at this point in the breakdown, last year and the year before, I went ahead and told you all of the titles that I kept and all the ones that I sold, and then kind of subtracted the cost of the ones that I was able to sell and give you kind of a hit rate of like what percentage of these films I was able to keep and like, and which percentage were misses enough such that I sold them. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be doing that this year, and it's kind of gets into why I'm not renewing this year, because if you've been following my personal journey, as it were, this has been a really hard year for me, and you can tell that affected my output on the channel, but it also affected what I was able to watch, and I was not able to get through probably half of my titles that I received in my subscription, maybe a little bit less than that, but there was just no way I was going to be able to watch everything at a certain point in time for this video. So I will just say that of what I've watched so far, there's not much that I would even consider selling. Maybe Reptilicus. I mean, that one's just kind of okay, but I haven't gone through the features yet, so it might win me in the end. So I don't really feel like I would sell a ton of these. And also eBay it's also like not even worth it to sell on eBay anymore because of the new like tax bracket stuff they got going on, and all the fees, and like it's just not worth the effort. So I'm not even really selling discs like that. Like I'm just kind of doing it interpersonally and taking stuff to shops and stuff like that. So like I don't know, I haven't sold a disc in a while, and when I get back into it, it's gonna look different. So I don't know. That's all to say that I'm not doing that part of the breakdown this year. So let's go ahead and get into some more numbers. So the cost to buy all of that at the MSRP would have been $1,861.34, which works out to $56.40 per title, or $37.99 per film. Again, using 33 titles and 49 films as our numerator. Don't ask me to do math, even though that's this whole video. Okay. Okay. Now, nobody buys stuff at the MSRP unless you're like buying it in a shop in the UK or something. And I guess this is a good place to say that I am only breaking down cost for US subscribers, because like the only difference really if you're an international subscriber is to go ahead and tack on the shipping. So you can do that math yourself and see if it's worth it. I would say, if honestly, the best deal is if you're international, because shipping really sucks and there's so much cool stuff you can add to your subscription and get it sent to you. Honestly, I feel like the shipping international is not even worth considering, because it's such a good deal compared to getting this stuff shipped out one by one and paying for all of it. So we're going America centric this time. Problematic as that may be. Okay. Anyway, nobody buys this stuff MSRP. You're likely going to be buying this on the website or at like Orbit or like some other retailer that is not going to charge full MSRP. I was provided a spreadsheet in Mr. Ryan Disconnected's Discord of all the real prices on the Vinegar Syndrome site. And if you were to buy everything on the website at full cost that they charge, it would cost you $1,281.67. And that works out to $38.84 per title, or $26.16 per film. Now, if you were to buy everything half off, if you were to wait for a sale, of which there are many, but if you were to wait the 6 months and risk it selling out, right, and you manage to get everything at the 50% off MSRP Black Friday prices, that cost is going to be $930.67, which works out to $28.20 per title and $18.99 per film. Keeping in mind again that the subscription cost was $925 or $850 with the discount. The cost per title via your subscription is $28.03 or $25.75 if you utilize the discount. So that is an average savings of $10.81 or $13.09 with the discount per title if you're subtracting from the average site cost. And it is an average savings of 17 cents or $2.45 with the discount from the half off sale. And the cost per film with the subscription is $18.88 or $17.34 with your discount. So if you aren't using that discount, the savings from a subscription versus a half off price is quite minimal. I mean, it is still cheaper, but we're talking about 17 cents a title, right? Really, the coupon, they do reward you continuing to come back, because that coupon does create significantly more savings. But yeah, I mean, at $17.34 or $18.88 per film, I mean, that's really not a terrible value when you think about the cost of everything that goes into it, and the cost of like Criterion titles or Severin titles or Screen Factory titles. Like, that's pretty average or under like what you could expect to pay for any of these other places. So anyway, let's just keep breaking down the cost further to get a more accurate read on like what the actual real cost of this was after I utilized all the other subscriptions benefits. So depending on who you are, perhaps the most enticing aspect of having a subscription is that you get all of their partner labels, all of their sub-labels, and all of the Melusine titles that are released within the life of your subscription at 50% off MSRP. That averages out to $8 savings per title from the site cost versus the 50% off cost. So I know that this isn't necessarily savings in a traditional sense, or it's not actually like taking money off of your subscription because you have to buy more to save more, right? But the way I kind of look at it is, if I purchase X number of titles at $8 saved per title, and I could only do that because of the subscription, I'm basically earning back the money that I put into it. You'll notice this is a pretty significant drop off from last year, but through the course of the year, I only purchased 12 titles with my subscription discount, but that still amounts to $96 in savings. So the total cost of the subscription minus that amount in savings would have been $829 or $754 with the discount, and that works out to $25.12 per title or $22.84 with the discount. The third thing is that you do get free shipping from the life of your subscription. They've made it easier for me to calculate this because I believe order stacking is always turned on now. So you basically get one package a month. So assuming that you place an order every month during the year, which if you're even considering this is definitely something that you're going to be doing, that's going to be 12 orders placed in which you would be charged for shipping. And I put an order in earlier this month and it was $6 to ship it. So I'm going to say $6 per order and that's $72. So that's another $72 in savings. So the most conservative estimate of cost after the sales and savings is $757 or $682 with the discount for me personally. Now that works out to $22.94 per title or $20.66 with the discount and $15.45 per film or $13.92 with the discount. Not a bad deal, honestly, if you confront the cost and if you purchase enough on the site to make those savings add up, in my opinion. So let's go ahead and take a look at what they have teased in terms of the 2025 releases. They are planning to release 33 titles, which is exactly the same as last year, including at least 20 UHDs, which is up from 15, and 9 multi-film sets. So quite a bit more 4K and exactly the same amount of multi-film sets as last year. The cost, unfortunately, has gone up quite a bit. It's going to be $1,000.40. We finally broke that grand. So it's going to be $115 more expensive than last year. However, they did send out a pretty generous renewal coupon for subscribers of $100. So it's $940 with the renewal coupon. Or if you place an order during their Black Friday sale, they send you a $40 coupon. So it's $1,000 if you use that first time Black Friday coupon. So that works out to $31.52 at the full price per title, $30.30 if you use that first time coupon, and $26.48 with the full renewal discount per title, including box sets. So when you think about how many UHDs and how many multi-film sets, how many triple feature box sets in big chunky cases that are coming with this, $28 a title or, 30 or 31, it's really quite reasonable, honestly. It is going to be the best deal that you're going to get for these titles day one for sure, because that's the other thing is that you don't have to wait as long. You get these day one, you don't have to wait or risk selling out for a sale. You get your orders shipped out first. So if you're the type of person who is, let's generously say, impatient, you don't have to worry about that as much, and you'll be getting your stuff in sooner rather than later. However, let's just get into the the elephant in the room, I feel like. And I guess let's just go ahead and start talking about why I won't be renewing my subscription. The main reason is quite straightforward. I can't afford it. Due to personal life circumstances and everything else, I have accrued a significant amount of debt this year, and I need to focus on paying that off. Breaking a lease, things of that nature, moving are not cheap. And so due to that and other things going on, due to a hit in my income as well, due to the fact that I haven't been able to make videos for half a year, my income is down quite a bit and I'm in a good amount of debt and pretty much living paycheck to paycheck. So I cannot afford to drop $1,000 on a bunch of movies this year. It just fully can't happen. I could be extremely irresponsible, just put that shit on the credit card and pretend everything is fine, but I shouldn't be doing that anymore. It's time for me to kind of reassess, reevaluate how I do these things and try to be more responsible in 2025. The other main reason is like the year before, I had managed to watch everything in time. I reviewed everything, so I was getting a lot back from doing this. Like I was getting subscribers and patrons and ad revenue from the money I was making reviewing these titles, and I have not had time or the emotional energy or really much of anything. I just have not had it in me to do that this year. And I think I put so much effort into it the previous year that I just, to be honest, burned myself out. And I also don't know that I just want to be the Vinegar Syndrome channel anymore. Like I want to branch out and do other things. And so I haven't even decided if I'm going to be catching up and reviewing all the titles from last year. I have already reviewed the January titles, and those are in their final editing stages because I shot that video before everything happened. And so that'll be up, at least, because I already did the work. But I just don't know if I have it in me to finish out the year. But even from a less peel back the curtain kind of businessy, like content creation mindset sort of thing, like, again, I still haven't watched half of the ones from last year. And let's be so, like, tended for me to be radically vulnerable with you all. I have over 1,000 films in my collection that I have not watched. That's absurd. And, like, that is I have been stockpiling for a rainy day, for a long winter, whatever you want to call it, and I have more than enough to catch up on. And I don't need probably like when all's said and done, like 100 films coming to my door every year or every month this year. And like I'll probably still be ordering. I'll still, place an order every now and then, but like it's just true that I need to stop this. I need to cut back on spending. I need to stop the amount of titles coming in. There are other things I need to focus on, and in terms of, monetary stuff, but in terms of my time, I need to focus on watching what I have. I need to focus on seeing new films in the theater, which is something I've really been enjoying lately. I need to kind of figure out what I want to do with this channel and what I want to do, like what my brand is going to be, or like what sorts of things I want to focus on. And I think I will still be reviewing Vinegar Syndrome titles, but I can't. I was putting so much effort into that it was at the exclusion of everything else, and that just simply isn't sustainable for me, and it's not really what I want to do. Another thing that they've really got on lock is when you have all these advantages built into shopping from their site, like you're just, at least for me, that's the only place I really bought movies from, like, because they have so much to offer and the deals are so good that it's just like I was just buying stuff that I didn't have time to watch, and it was at the exclusion of like maybe something else that I would like better, but because I already spent money on partner label stuff and Vinegar Syndrome stuff, there wasn't another $40 or whatever to buy the newest Arrow release or the new Radiance release or the new Severin release of something that I might actually really want and might want to cover on the channel even. So really, I just want to open up the freedom to explore other avenues, do other things on this channel. Now, I did actually go ahead and do the 300 point um, raffle to get a free subscription. I don't know why I did that. I mean, whatever. If it's free, like I'm not an idiot, I'll take it. But like, uh, I guess if I happen to win, just rest assured that there's no shady stuff going on behind the scenes or anything like that. But we'll see. We'll see if I'm stuck with another year of these. Now, do I think it's worth it? Okay, the other elephant in the room is that I keep having to put little asterisks next to, like, this is the lowest you can get it, like, this is an exclusive price or whatever. Another reason I'm not subscribing, and I honestly am not sure if I would, even if I could afford it, is like the sales that happen every month, seemingly at this point, the greater than 50% discounts that happen on limited editions. Like if I go to the daily deals right now for subscriber week, there are titles in there that were included in the subscription last year that I either just watched or haven't watched yet. And so I'm like, why did I pay all that money up front to get it at like such a low price if it's been less than a year, or maybe, yeah, it's been less than a year, and like they didn't move enough units, and so like now I could get it even cheaper than that. It feels like if you're, unless you're a person who is psychotically obsessed with slipcovers, which I used to be, so I'm not judging too much, or you're a person who wants to see these titles day one, which is a more noble reason. If you're the type of person who gets stuff in the mail and they goes straight in the player, and like you have a watch list of less than, or you have an unwatched pile of like less than 50 titles, like this is probably for you. If you're the type of person who would buy all of these anyway, you might as well go ahead and do this. But if you can miss out on a slipcover, if you can miss out on a limited edition, and if you're willing to pay a little bit extra money, like, because when I think about the stuff that actually sold out last year, it's what? Cannibal the Musical, um, The Keep, obviously, Delirium, but like those are just the limited editions. Like the standards will be back. And if I really, really, really needed them, like I would have been on the site in time and I could have paid the extra $8, $10 just to get it at the site price. And then I didn't spend $1,000 up front. And then I can kind of get the rest piecemeal as they go on sale. I don't know. I think it's time to honestly assess like what it is that I'm getting out of this, or what it is that you're getting out of this. If you just don't want to, if it stresses you out getting that slipcover and you don't want to have to worry about it, and you just want one click and you get all of them, hey, and you can afford it, go for it. Like honestly, despite some marketing practices that I have not been super stoked on, like they're a great company doing great work, and they deserve your support. And like I've talked to a few of the people who work there at this point. They're all really great, nice people, and like I think they're doing this for the right reasons. I think their heart is in the right place. So I don't know. I should wrap this up some kind of bow somewhere, right? That's basically why I'm not doing it. If you want to do it, that's great. Like I am so happy and stoked for you. I hope that this video was helpful to you in making a decision, because I know that it's a lot of money and it's kind of a big thing, and like it might be overwhelming, or that just might seem like a big number, and I hope that I was able to not overwhelm you further with numbers. I guess throughout the year, like if there's something that really I just feel like I need it and it's gonna sell out, I can just buy it, and then I'll have paid, well, including shipping, maybe an extra $15 for the one title, like, and then I have all the room in my budget for other stuff. So unless that situation just really stresses you out and you just know for a fact you're gonna buy all of them anyway, I don't know, think about it. But for those of you who are boarding the ship for VS 2025, Godspeed. I love you all. May your cinema journey be bountiful, right? Okay. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you want me to do in terms of what types of content you want to see moving forward. I think I want to move towards a focus on contemporary films and older films that are not necessarily being released by Vinegar Syndrome. Lists, top tens, I don't know, topical videos maybe, conversational videos, that kind of thing. I don't know. Tell me tell me what it is you want to see. If you were only here for the Vinegar Syndrome videos and you're gonna leave and hate me and unsubscribe, I guess let me know. So I guess that's data I should have, right? All right. That's it. Again, subscribe if you want more of me rambling. Like the video if you found this helpful. Share it around. Link in the description for my Patreon if you find my videos valuable such that you think I should be paid for them. There's a really supportive and lovely Discord community. 10% of your pledge goes towards a patron chosen charity. There were and will be again exclusive videos for patrons, and at the top level you get really fancy handcrafted postcards from me. Okay, that's it. Remember that Satan loves all of their children, and I love you too.